Been to Comic-Con, hope you speak my language. Your Harley Quinn don't need explaining. All I really need for you to do is just please talk nerdy to me.
What's going on, everybody? You are tuned in to another episode of Nearly Nerdy. Recorded live in the Slick Studios, Stony Creek, Ontario. As always, your hosts, AJ, James, a.k.a. Mr. J, Ricks, myself, Spads. Boys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Let's get it going. All right, guys, what's going on? Back at it. Thank you, Trevor. I dropped my phone. With Nearly Nerdy episode, what is this, 42, 43, Kelly? 43. It's been a long time that we've been doing this, but we do it because we love it. As always, well, not really always, but I'm here today. As always, AJ's here, and ever since Trevor really has had an opportunity to, he's been here every single week. We can't get rid of him, so we just took him on.
Like the rash, you guys can't get rid of.
Yeah. We've tried Preparation H, we've tried everything. What?
It's funny because it's true.
Preparation aids, but we just can't get rid of it.
So, a couple good things. One, our Twitch account for North of Nerdy has reached a great level. So, please definitely go to twitch.tv/North of Nerdy and click the subscribe button. So you can subscribe to the channel now. So anything that does come out content-wise from North of Nerdy, including some of the other shows, you guys will always be notified, or you guys have the opportunity to go and click on those and watch those as opposed to just us, because I know we're fun and all, but there's some other cool stuff going on. So we do have a lot to talk about tonight. Spider-Man Homecoming. There will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, don't watch us. Come back, watch us later. Click on the Twitch network. And then we got some other fun stuff that's going on in the world of what we normally talk about when we get the Flash shows and stuff like that. So we're going to touch base on that. Talking a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it off to you guys because I want to know how you guys have been. I wasn't here last week, so yeah, let me know.
Well, it's been a couple weeks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, actually for both of us. All of us, actually.
We took a week off last week.
Yeah, we did, yeah. Because we just, it worked out. Why did I take... Oh,
you were at the
I was
show.
trying to figure out, what was I doing? I had a show in Guelph that I needed to be in St. Catharines for Thursday night to get my ride for Friday night, right? So it just made sense to do that so I don't have to worry about traveling during the day and stuff like that. I could relax more. But the show was a great success. Had fun out there.
Where was it?
Yeah, it was in Guelph.
What place?
The place was called Van Gogh's Ear.
Oh, okay. Across from Apartment 58 and all I know where that is. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't know anywhere.
No.
You just know where that place is.
Yes.
Did you go up the fire escape?
No.
No.
We were on the main floor, actually.
Oh, okay,
awesome.
cool.
But I said is I got to MC that night, and I don't normally MC. So when you have alcohol and then AJ MCing, it becomes a comedy session. So pretty much it was me being very comedic, throwing a couple roasts about Wildridge, and every once in a while cracking jokes about everybody and singing all the other songs that everybody else was singing afterwards. So I had a great time. Nice. Just Sunday went hiking, little one.
Went hiking?
Yeah. There's a really good trail out in Burlington you got to check out. It's huge. It's you know what? I'll get you the exact area direction.
You can tell me I'm never gonna go on a hike. So
I know it's before the McDonald's. You and your girl would probably do it. I feel like
she'd fall and hit her head. I wouldn't even go.
I love you. It was a concussion joke.
Why, she get concussed all the time?
No, she just got over a concussion. So yeah.
Her head through the bedboard.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Sex joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sweet. Trevor?
Just doing my thing, working.
Dealt with concussions.
She's all better now. I'm really pumped. I ordered Maximum Carnage as a graphic novel.
Yo.
And I found it for $33 instead of $86.
What?
Yeah, so...
Where?
I'm not telling.
Yes, I want a copy.
Amazon.
Thank you. I'm on it.
Was it a Prime deal?
No.
Oh.
It just found... I was just I have it as an alert, and it just told me, and I was like, buy.
Huh.
So I'm excited.
Don't
about
tell
that.
AJ it was on Amazon. Now he's gonna buy that before we get to stuff.
Yeah, AJ, you can look
just
at mine.
borrow it when he's done.
No.
You have to wear gloves.
No. you don't borrow that.
All right, fine.
It's Maximum Carnage. You know Maximum Carnage?
No, I don't know what it is.
Come on, you never played the video game back in elementary school?
No, I don't remember.
Really? Really?
What's it about?
It's like the whole Venom symbiote saga.
Don't remember it.
Where Spider-Man gets 6 arms. No. You never saw that back in the cartoon? Did you ever watch the cartoon?
Yeah.
You never see him go the 6 arms?
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
Dude, I was like 8.
and Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, I know Carnage. Okay,
Right. You know.
the red
Pence.
guy.
Lots of slicing and dicing.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What have you been up to?
Yeah.
What have I been up to? Shit, what did I do last week? I can't remember what I did last week. What? I wasn't on vacation last week. What did we do last week?
You were in like Port Dover. Or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
we were up north. Shit, I forgot. Yeah, we went to the cottage for Canada Day weekend. We were up there for a bit. And yeah, I mean, it was good. Apparently, I'm the only person that went to the cottage, other than Caitlin, that didn't get bit by some mysterious bug that creates like a whole. I don't even know what it is. It's not like not a rash like you, but something like it's just like.
It took me a second to get what was just said. I was like,
But yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it.
I'm his
I
favorite rash.
Yeah, I enjoyed going.
likes to scratch
I hated the fucking walk up and down the hill. Hold on, I know I hated a walk. Surprise, I hated a walk. Right? Shocker. That's not a spoiler.
Well, Kelly mentioned that you lost a little bit of weight. I think that's
It's
what he
probably
that
from walking
that.
up and down that fucking hill. Because it was like I was hiking the one time when my flip flops like slid because it rained before,
Yeah.
and it was like a tree covered path to get down to the lake, and like so it was still muddy, or like soft grass or ground because it was the sun wasn't hitting it.
I wouldn't have even worn my.
So I fucking I wore flip flops and like the one time and my foot went in and I slid, and like Caitlin's nephew's there and he's 5 years old and I'm like fucking cocksucker. I'm yelling like going down this hill, hoping that he's not around me, like freaking out. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And then yeah, so that's what I did. I was at the cottage.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't get bit. I got bit. My feet are ripped apart with mosquito bites, but I didn't get a rash from it. So it's good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Kelly, what'd you do? Anything?
Nope.
No, you just grew your hair?
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so
Sweet.
Kelly
So,
grew
yeah,
some hair.
that's pretty much it. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. All right, we're out now. It's okay.
Yeah.
We can talk Kelly into braiding his hair and his beard.
I want to talk Kelly into cutting his hair.
No.
I just want to cut the
No.
ponytail.
No.
Can we do it?
No.
Like, one day?
I like it. I actually like his hair like that, but we should braid it.
How funny would that be?
Right.
Can you
Then with
braid it in
dreadlocks.
like
Yeah.
like two ponytail things, like whatever the braids.
Down the front. Just
Yeah. Like Jack
Like-
Sparrow.
look like Torbjorn.
No more likes and I'll do it.
How many are we talking?
All
How
right,
many are we
100
talking?
subscriptions on Twitch, and we will braid Kelly's beard
Hey, I'm live.
live, and I will do the braiding because I've never done it before, and it'll be way.
What type of show is this turning into?
No, it's just because Kelly wants me shirtless. That's the only difference.
Oh my God.
I'm back under his weight limit, so he wants me. Yeah,
Back on his radar.
yeah, back on his radar. Yeah,
So he's probably thankful for that hill.
yeah. He's probably going to buy that cottage and going, "Hey guys, let's go up." No, okay. So.
All right, so we'll talk with
yeah,
news.
well, let's get into
Yeah.
it. Let's get into some of the news stuff that's
All
going
right.
on.
So, you guys heard about Batman, how our beautiful Batman is being started from scratch yet again. You know, I don't know why, but, you know, we've seen that the director, what was his name again? You're really good with names.
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves has
Christopher's
announced that.
brother?
What?
Dude, what, like, can you imagine?
The what?
Just wondering.
No, really.
Christopher Reeves, the guy that played Superman that
Oh.
fell off the horse and he's all.
Do you know
in
Ben
the wheelchair
Affleck
now.
is the first ever actor to play Superman and Batman? Because he played Christopher Reeves in a movie.
That played Superman,
Who played Superman in the movie?
like a documentary biopic or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was that guy. So he was actually
Oh.
Superman for a little bit, and then now he's Batman.
That's kind of cool. In a way.
That's crazy.
It is Ben Affleck, though.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
Yeah. Speaking of that Batman, did you see Christopher Nolan's bringing out a 4K remastered
Yeah.
version of the whole Batman Dark Knight trilogy?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That will be wicked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like they need to make the Joker better.
Yeah. that actually is
It's
pretty
like
sick.
his way of saying, "I'm sorry for what Jared Leto did."
Yeah. Oh, bring this Joker back.
Yeah.
No. I like Jared Leto as a Joker.
I didn't mind it. It was okay.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
this is my theory on Jared Leto's Joker. I think that Jared Leto is actually Jason Todd.
I've seen that theory too.
I have.
Because when you go through it, like it's like you see the old Robin thing, and it's just like it's so different. And there's like some things that he says, Yeah, like I can't remember what
There's a
he
huge
says.
fan theory.
I don't know,
that
but yeah,
speculates that
there's
it
a
could easily
possibility.
be that person, but you know,
We'll see.
it is what it is.
We'll see.
Other news. This is kind of like not really towards nerdy stuff, but in a way, it kind of is to me. Have you guys noticed that something has kind of taken over the most viewed YouTube views?
Is it Don't Forget the Lyrics with AJ?
No. So this is kind of funny. For the longest time, Gangnam Style has had the #1 spot for most viewed video in YouTube. This guy made like crazy over $20 million off that video alone, just off the for YouTube, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Now we actually have an American artist that has the highest viewed video on YouTube.
Jason Derulo.
Nope. Wiz Khalifa.
Oh yeah. See you again. Yeah.
See you again. They're now the #1. Like crazy. I was like, really? I kind of liked having Gangnam Style as #1. It was just,
I forgot both of them. Look at this.
Oppa Gundam style. Whoop. 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 Whoop.
right? It's a crazy craze, right?
Whoop.
You know?
Gangnam Style. I swear I read that 50 times when I was at Nations today.
What's this?
Gangnam Style.
What's in this?
Where's the wonton wraps? Ha, Frozen Tofu Gangsta's how. I was like, what? Okay, where's Rex? I need him. I need Rex right now. That's exactly how I felt. The guy goes, you know where tofu section is? I'm like, no. I don't know where anything is in this fucking place. I see a butcher shop. That's the only thing I recognize.
Oh, man,
Everything else is just symbols.
that's it.
I always wonder if it's the same chicken just hanging there. It's
Like,
always
they never change it?
Yeah, it's
No,
just
it's
like.
actually duck most of the cases.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is gross. I don't want to talk
What
about
the duck?
All right.
Like duck.
No, I don't want to talk about hanging ducks in a window.
What's
On the
wrong?
show.
Duck's delicious.
Yeah, this is really nerdy.
I know it's ducks. It's delicious.
but-
Duck meat is purple. Fun fact, duck meat is purple.
Okay, fun
Duck meat
fact,
is
duck meat
purple?
is purple.
What else is purple, Kelly?
The inside of a black
Huh?
woman.
Brain? What else can be purple, Kelly?
He didn't get it. He didn't hear it. You got it, though. Did you hear what I said?
What'd you say? Oh, that's so true.
Technically, it is, though.
I got no. It's actually really pink.
Is it?
Yeah,
More magenta,
yeah.
which is purple in my books.
Color
So-
spectrum. It's like guys. It's like
So
reds.
yo, dude, have you started watching Game of Thrones yet?
No.
Ah,
I was at the fucking cottage. What do you want me to
That you wouldn't
just
have
a
been
few
walking
days
around.
left, and we have freaking Game of Thrones season.
This Sunday, season 7.
Thank you.
Oh, HBO 9 o'clock
I know.
Eastern.
I know. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
do? Don't talk shit about it. Don't
We're
say
not
anything.
sure. We're not sure.
I know,
We
just
want
don't say
you to
anything,
watch.
'cause I
We
wanna
really
watch it.
Talk about
You
it.
know
Like,
nothing, Jon Snow.
my dad started watching it recently, and he's like season 3, and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you, you're watching
Here's
the show.
the
I
thing,
can't
though.
wait to
Here's
Here's
talk
the
about
thing,
it."
though, is I can't, because I live with Caitlin, I can't watch a show and, like, just power through it because, one, either she gets lost in it, or two, she goes to work and, like, my days off, I'll be like, I want to hammer through 10 episodes. And I can't because then she comes back. It is.
What was that, Caitlin? What was that?
I said, don't blame me. I have nothing to do with that.
You do, though. How many times you're like, oh, no, I don't even want to watch a show anymore because you're like 4 episodes ahead of where we were. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Then watch it when I'm not there.
I know, but
We're not
very rarely,
all the time.
very rarely is she not there. Just saying. I can't watch it before bed or anything like that. Like, I don't have that much time. I'll watch it on Sunday. I'll power through a season.
Okay. Yes, dear.
Whatever you say.
Whatever
up,
you
man.
say.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see how you are in fucking 2 weeks.
Also, this Saturday, D23. Pretty
Yes.
big. Apparently, we're going to see an Infinity War teaser or trailer. They haven't really
Ooh.
said what it's going to be. I'm excited because Kingdom Hearts is going to have a trailer.
Mhm.
Probably not a release date. I'll probably say, haha, keep waiting.
Yeah. Fun game.
Yeah.
Great game. Great game.
Great game.
Also,
Super Boost.
Honda has
Honda?
partnered with Disney, and
Oh.
they made a minivan, like a mini, like Minnie Mouse.
Oh.
It's like fully done up, like bow and all.
That's pretty cool.
That's a fun fact from Caitlin because she showed me today.
Yeah. Nice.
Don't care.
Also, you guys see the new Flash picture?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think, Josh? I feel like you had some speculation on this before me and Trevor, nerd out a little bit on this.
But yeah, okay, because I'm gonna talk for 40 seconds here, and then they're gonna nerd out for like 5-10 minutes.
Yep.
So
what happens,
yeah,
Yeah.
basically it is Wally
Close
West's character in the Flash outfit, the red Flash outfit, which is Barry Allen's, because we all know Barry went into the Speed Force, he gone. He coming back with a beard though, somehow.
Have you ever seen
Gotta
Grant
be.
Gustin with a beard though? It looks like someone just like shaved off patches of their beard. And,
Yeah.
took like crazy glue and stuck it on his face.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
yeah, it's funny. But yeah, so Grant Gustin's grew a beard for somewhat of a beard for the coming back of, I guess, Barry Allen or whatever part of the season. And at this point, what we can see is Wally West is wearing the Red Flash suit. So for me, I mean, this guy goes, well, that's how the storyline goes. Well, sorry, he signed on for 7 years. Like, Grant Gustin is not going to just roll over and not be the Flash. My personal opinion on it is I think he's going to be like the end of episode 1. People are going to be going, where's the Flash? Where's the Flash? Where's the Flash? Where's the Flash? And then he's just going to be like, you know what? I need to put the suit on and go. I got to pretend to be Barry for an episode. And then all of a sudden, that's going to be the first episode. It's going to be Barry in the Speed Force, and then that's going on outside. Second episode is going to be Wally running around as the Flash, and Barry's still in the Speed Force going, I got to get back. And then Barry's going to be back by end of episode 2, beginning of episode 3. That's what I think.
That's a fair statement. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
me too.
I'm kind of like, I saw this post on Instagram that kind of like threw me off
Scared
the
to lean
Flash.
back because of the chairs.
It was like a synopsis of every Flash episode ever. It was like, it's like, Barry, I'm not fast enough. Everyone,
Oh,
Barry,
yeah.
you can do it. And then Barry's like, yeah, you're right, I can. Flash wins.
Yeah.
It's like how every episode pretty much goes. So I was kind of like thinking about it, and I was like, well, there's that one time oh, yeah. Oh, there was one time. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, wait, he's not fast. Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes they split it over 2 episodes.
Yeah. They draw it out.
Mirror
He doesn't
Master was
know.
split over 2
Yeah.
episodes.
Or they take a whole entire season to do it, right?
Yep.
Like last season,
Yeah,
right?
well, no, every season of The Flash is that.
We had a whole season of him not being able to catch Savitar, then all of a sudden he phases out of the suit. It's like,
Where the fuck was that 24 episodes ago?
Yeah.
wait, 24 episodes for you to realize that you can phase this dude out of the suit? What?
Imagine he turned around and was like, I didn't think that would work.
I would have been like, are you kidding me?
You got your
Oh man, I would have got so black on him. A shoe would have been thrown out of nowhere. He would have been looking at me, and a shoe would have hit him in the back of the head because I
Not
would
a
have thrown
black
it
thing.
2 seconds ago.
That's not a black thing.
Oh yeah,
No, man, my dad.
the boomerang shoe.
Yeah, my
You
dad
ever
did
hear
that
Eddie
with
Murphy
slippers.
joke about that?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, my
He said
dad's
stupid
Italian.
upstairs, and he.
My dad's Italian, and
One
he
time?
fucking threw a slipper at me and it went straight through an oak door. Like, this far from my head, oak door, straight through.
Nice.
My Hungarian grandmother, her thing's the wooden spoon.
Yeah, no, I got that.
It's like I don't even
Belt,
you can get a block
one
away.
spoon, fucking slipper, tons of shit.
Child's play.
Kids
was
today grew
skipped
up getting
upstairs.
trophies for whatever. Kids today get trophies for finishing last.
At least you
I got a
tried,
fucking
Jim.
slipper to the head.
Yep.
Kid, I didn't get a trophy. All right. Anyways,
Well, like, it could have been a trophy if you think about it.
technically,
Like,
could have been a
he gave
trophy
you
for being a
something.
fucking idiot.
It's true.
Yeah,
But look at how you turned out, right?
I think they're pretty good.
Turned out pretty good. Not like a little shit like half these kids out there today,
Yeah,
right? You know.
I can't even wait. Kelly, how do you feel about minimum wage?
Feels great.
No, okay, well, fuck, because you're like down there, but like, it's not.
What's down
not
there?
To be rude.
What is that supposed to mean?
Not-
Have an economics talk after this episode.
We will because it's stupid to raise minimum wage.
What?
That raises the cost of living, though.
Girlfriend makes minimum wage.
Yeah, but you make commission on top of it. Like, I'm talking like, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Before we get into Spider-Man, I want to talk about this. There's so many shithead kids that are like 15, 16 years old that are going to go from making, or 17 years old that are going to go from making $11.40 an hour to $14 this year and then $15 the next year. And they're going to walk around and think they're the fucking kings of the world because they make $15 an hour and it's $4 more an hour than what they made. But what they don't realize is the raise in their raise in their wages, most of it they'll probably get taxed back anyways. If somebody works part-time or somebody works full-time, most of that they get taxed back because it'll put them into a different tax bracket, right? So it's almost like it balances out. They're really only getting an extra dollar or something an hour, right? Or dollar something an hour. And then it's a way of the government getting money out of companies as like through income tax off paychecks. That's all it is.
Wouldn't
And
it
it's going to raise the cost of living of everything else.
So here's
So
a
people are just going to bitch that I can't afford this or I can't get this, but now I make $15 an hour because they're going to raise it and the government's getting money back anyways. So it's stupid to raise minimum wage. The only reason why she's doing it is because if there's going to be a vote again soon and all people are going to remember, she jacked up minimum wage from $4 an hour. Forget the fact that she sold Hydro One. Like that's what people are going to look at it as, and that's how she's going to get voted in. And that's how the Liberal Party is going to stand. That's all I'm going to. That's it. I'm done
Okay,
with that.
but
I'm Batman.
I remember years ago,
Yeah.
minimum wage was supposed to have an increase every single year.
It did.
No, they didn't. They stopped for a while. But here's the problem with that. Rental increases kept going up. So the cost of living has already been going up. The average cost of living for a person in Hamilton should be closer to what the minimum wage is supposed to go to, right? So
He's a menace. Sorry, I just got the J. Jonah Jameson.
every
Jonah
year I've been living
Jameson.
at my apartment, it's gone up. Like freaking
Yeah, but it can only
$20 a
increase.
month,
Yeah.
right? And it keeps going up nearly $20 a month because
Yeah.
they're allowed to
Yeah,
do that.
they're allowed to raise it to
Exactly.
2.5%. Yeah.
But that screws
Every
me
year,
over
yeah.
because I'm still
That's the
getting
max,
paid
yeah.
$11 and change,
The Creed.
right? So how am
Craven.
I supposed to be able to afford my rent,
yeah.
right? When they can continue to increase that stuff, but my wage isn't going up.
What the fuck?
But they're just
I'm
going to
a
make
little
yeah,
person.
but they're just going to make adjustments
But
to,
I'm a
to the
little
rental
person,
like
though. I'm the one who's getting screwed for living in a place that doesn't that place doesn't have the wage that actually fits the need. Do you understand?
yeah.
So that's what it helps me.
I think
It
it's just
doesn't
going
help
to
you because you own your condo.
yeah.
Right? So it doesn't necessarily help you, but if you are a renter, it will help you. Especially with the people who are renting and stuff like that. So these small 15, 16, 17-year-olds, they can eventually maybe decide, hey, let's get 4 of us and let's go rent an
Yeah.
apartment.
No, and I
Right?
understand that. So I understand that. It's
Then
just
we euthanize them.
yeah, then we euthanize them, yeah. Yes.
Oh!
So,
This
A
is the
new
first time,
contestant has
this is the first
entered.
time Kelly's ever been on.
All right. So I have a couple. There's a lot of issues with the way you're thinking. So first off, the tax bracket is based off of the
income
sort of. So
up to a certain percentage.
Yes.
Or up to a certain income, there's a percentage.
so do you know what the Policy Committee of Canada is?
No.
So they set the things and
Why did
standards
you leave me?
on Canada.
Don't leave me alone in
They,
this.
they set the standards in Canada based off of census data. So as the minimum wage goes up, the tax bracket changes. So they actually don't get taxed more because it's based off of a percentage that'll be
So
lower.
I'm
because
going to
the-
get taxed less?
You should, yes, in theory.
So I will
So-
make more on my paychecks.
In theory. So
Then
the
I don't
cost
give a
of the
fuck.
cost
Good,
of living,
raise it.
the cost of living. next, the cost of living will not go up.
Why?
Well, because it is factored in the fact that yes, if you have to pay your employees more, things cost more.
Yeah.
Not quite. They actually have to put it to a point where the economics of the country can withstand that wage, right? We're at a point where we can't really afford a lot of things that we should be able to. Like minimum wage when it was set up in the 1950s was specifically designed that a single man should be able to support his wife, his kid, have a house, and have a car. That's the minimum wage. That's what minimum wage is supposed to do. Minimum wage can't get anywhere close to that.
At all.
Third question. How much does an average CEO in Canada make? An hour.
Oh, an hour?
An hour.
I don't know how much it is an hour. I can tell you probably about 100 grand a year.
Average CEO in Canada? 100 grand a year? Really? That's what you're
180?
thinking?
I
That's
don't
what
know.
you're thinking?
CEO?
Oh, CEO?
CEO
Oh.
of a year. So I'm sorry, an
Fuck.
hour. An hour. A CEO in Canada average per hour. What do you think they make?
360?
3,600?
No, $360.
$360. Okay, keep going north.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
Okay,
grand?
cool.
I just-
$4,500 an hour is what they make.
Okay.
They make more an hour than you do an entire month, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, in 1 hour.
Okay.
In 1 hour. And that's broken down based off of they're actually working 40 hours a week.
Okay.
But if they're not. So if a CEO is able to pay that much and not have taxes, now, mind you, again, they have a lot of tax breaking because they have a lot of companies that lobby against Canadian government, or against the Canadian government to set up so that way they have tax breaks.
Yeah.
However, there's already in place when they pay their employees more, they actually get tax relief. So they still make the same
For
amount of money.
CEOs.
No, for any of the company itself
Yeah.
gets a tax break based off how much it's paying its employees. So the company actually stands to make the exact same amount of money because of that, but they won't raise minimum wage.
But who won't raise minimum wage?
There's no pressure to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem, right? So, but the cost of things keep going up. So we're not
Like
able to
rent.
afford everything. The
Exactly.
companies will still make money because of the tax relief,
Mm-hmm.
and in the end, we'll still actually be able to afford things.
Okay. It's like political nerdy.
It is political nerdy. It's super political nerdy.
Yeah.
Raising the minimum wage will make almost livable.
So I'm fine if you're going to raise the minimum wage, but for companies, okay? So somebody like, say, for instance, Glental or Best Buy or whoever it is, Rogers,
Yeah.
Canadian Tire,
Yeah.
Walmart, stuff like that, that there's people that make an hourly salary right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone through it personally where now, I don't have to worry about it now, but where I've received a promotion where I've maybe gotten $1 more an hour. Or each year that you work for Best Buy, you get a merit increase, right? But typically, they don't bump you up on top of that. So if you're already making $4 more than minimum wage right now, they're not going to bump you to $19 an hour.
That's
right?
based on
So-
a company. Yes.
But for the average company, it's not going to happen. They're not going to bump those people up. So the thing that bothers me about the increase in wages is there's people that have busted their ass for 5, 6, 7 years that have gotten away from the minimum wage thing, that have gone through hard times, whatever it is, and they're not going to get that same $4 increase or $3.60 increase that somebody from an $11.40 an hour job at McDonald's is going to now go to a $15 an hour job.
But
Okay.
I have something to say just before you can start. 'Cause I know you're going to go into a whole rant on that. But what about those people who just sit in their job and don't do anything and they have that increase because of tenure, but you have a fresh meat who has way more qualifications than that person who comes in. You know what I mean? We have a lot of people who are complacent in our companies.
Yeah.
They just sit here, do nothing, punch buttons, and they don't do anything more and above, but they still have that extra wage because they've been there for so long. But you have a fresh guy who comes in who can do 15 times more than that person.
Yeah, but that's the
who
thing though,
deserves
is
that
seniority trumps anything.
But either way, that's also another
Seniority and
level playing
tenureship
field, though.
trumps anything in my
So
opinion.
seniority and tenureship aside, if the company respects you as an employee,
They will give you- they'll give you an
will
increase.
give you a cost of living adjustment. That's what it's called. They're supposed to if
Yeah.
they respect you. Now, and I agree with that. I will go from making above minimum wage to making minimum wage at my job once that happens.
Yeah.
If the company
Says,
doesn't-
hey, we'll
if-
give you an extra 50 cents.
if the
they
company
might.
doesn't adjust it, then I'll go, okay, so you expect a minimum amount of effort, right? I did do those kind of things to get that wage. If you don't coincide with it, then that. And the thing is, with the company's not losing money. Again, because they're paying their people more, they get more tax breaks. So they don't lose money in the end of it.
And people will spend more money.
And people will spend more money. So in the end, they are making more money. Any employer that says, I can't do it, is incorrect. Like, they can do it. They just won't. They don't want to because that little bit of extra money that they now get from paying you minimum wage is a tax break they get, which goes directly to their CEO.
Another issue too is that you have a lot of people who are on social assistance and welfare and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of them don't have any incentive to get off the system. They make more. You
Yeah,
can make
but
more money
is
being
social
on
assistance going to be adjusted to very similar with minimum wage?
No, it's going to make
Or is
people
it-
want to get a job because they're able to make more
I
money
think
now.
that if they're
getting a
gonna
job,
if they're
right?
gonna raise minimum wage, they're gonna raise the amount of money that somebody is gonna get paid in social assistance.
Sort of. So the average cost of living for right now, because we're broadcasting in Hamilton, we'll use that, is $17 an hour to live on your own is what you need. That's not owning a car. Okay,
That's just rent.
That's just rent, living on your own, being able to
Yeah,
afford
your
doing
bills,
things.
food,
that's,
all that
that's
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
$17 an hour is what's living wage.
Yeah.
So you can't minimum wage is not living wage yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's an issue with that. So another thing that I have to ask you: how much is full time in Canada? Like how many hours a week is full time?
It's 35 and up.
Pardon?
35 and up.
It's 44. You can go up maximum 44 points.
So it's $30 an hour. 30 hours a week is full time in Canada. This is again set by the policy standards of Canada, based off census data, based off of
Oh,
what
okay. Average out. Okay,
averaged
sorry,
out
yeah,
based
yeah,
off
yeah.
of what companies can hire people for. So in Ontario and across Canada, it is $30 an hour unless their labor law alters it, like specifically. But it has to be a minimum of
So
30.
what's Ontario?
So Ontario is 30. 30 is full time.
So you're telling me I can schedule my full timers 30 hours a week?
Yes, and they should still get full time benefits. They're supposed to get full time
Yeah.
benefits. I'm just saying that is the minimum.
Don't
to
tell
full
them
time.
that because
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't want them to know that.
So
just do it.
that is the legal
Just
that is
do
the
it one day.
legal point of which you are considered full time in Canada by labor law, 30 hours. Okay,
So
so
the minimum for minimum.
but the problem
part-time
is
20 hours, right?
the majority of the workforce in Canada, it's actually almost about 70% now, are part-time employees.
Yeah.
So there's people making less than 30 hours a week.
Yeah.
So it's actually it's going to be more beneficial to those people because it's going to increase how much they're making. And it's going to get them off less social assistance because they don't have to go to OW and get money every month because they physically cannot get a full-time job because the majority of our workforce is part-time. That's the other issue problem. Like people want full-time jobs, like but they're working like 2 part-time jobs. They're just not even able to scrape like 30
I have
hours
friends
a
of mine
week.
that are working 3.
Yeah,
Right? 3
So,
part-time
like,
jobs to make ends
if you
meet.
raise it, it's going to help them out a
I
little.
don't know. My point is, I still think that there's going to be a lot of shithead people that again, like, I don't justify somebody that works at, let's say, like again, like a place like a McDonald's. I'll use McDonald's as an example because everybody
Big Macs
says-
are delicious.
yeah, I know they're delicious, but everybody relates McDonald's to like that's your shitty first job.
Okay,
But hold on. So somebody that's there in comparison to somebody like even like you guys, where you pay for clothes, you got to dress nice. You know, you're dealing with public, you're
now.
selling stuff like that.
that's going to change soon.
What? You guys are getting uniforms?
We're getting uniform.
But like that, like I just feel like that type of job should get paid more. I don't know.
But that's where the commission comes into play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
aside from that, though, the person who works at McDonald's, most of those I'd say like maybe 30% to 40% of those people who work at like say McDonald's or anything like that are paying tuition. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of them have been working, and if you notice nowadays, you go to school to pretty much have an education and unemployment, and you major in finding a job.
I
Right.
know so many people who are not using what they went to school
Exactly.
for. So
right?
many.
No,
we have
that's
a
true.
prime example of someone right here.
What are you talking about? What's this called?
Trevor, you have a,
from
so you have a degree in
medical
social,
device
was it
engineering,
social media and stuff like
and
that.
I work at retail.
They
Sorry.
went for marketing.
Marketing, that's it.
Marketing and advertising.
Thank you, right? And that's another
on
person,
camera.
you know.
Oh yeah.
All right,
But
fuck
either way,
it,
the point
whatever.
I'm
We'll
just
talk
trying
about
to
this
say is-
another time. Don't worry.
No.
This is great.
But
This
it
great.
is it is good for it is good for the economy of Canada for a lot of reasons. It's going to strengthen our dollar. It's going to strengthen our return. And honestly, what I would like to see, because if you really want to affect the Canadian economy, what you need is a wage maximum. Because nobody needs to make $4,500 an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That person makes more than I do in an hour than like 2 months. Okay, 2 months. He makes more than I do in an hour. Like, what are you going to do with that amount of money? And all they do is lobby to have their taxes reduced and reduced
Lobby
and
to get their
reduced.
tax reduced.
Yeah.
They just squander it on trips.
Yeah, but okay, I understand that. But again, that's
Housing.
That's
They
comparing a
buy
CEO
more real estate
to.
to gouge the rental economy, right? Like,
Nobody needs that much money. There's a point of which it's too much.
Yeah, no, and that I understand.
And they're not going to get less if they pay their employees more. Again, tax breaks. So they could pay their employees more and still almost make that much in tax returns.
think of like Best Buy CEO, man. How they could be giving you more money in this scenario. You know what I mean? No, they could easily because they have to pay all
Well,
their
if I got the
employees
tax
more,
breaks, yeah.
right? Like why not? Especially such a big company like that. Say it's my company, Glentel, like easily, right?
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think in the end it's gonna be good because now I can
Tag.
relax a little bit and.
Tag.
Yeah.
Let's get back
Actually
to
afford my rent.
let's get back to our regular shit because
All right,
We
so
got way
enough
off
with the political nerdy. Let's get into Spider-Man now.
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
God.
That's probably the only time you ever see Kelly on the show. Okay?
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay, please. Get some gum before we talk about this.
Thank you.
This is an intense topic.
It was.
Need to be really fresh.
All right, take a breather here. Let's get into it. All right, guys. Spider-Man Homecoming. Woo! Definitely super excited for this movie when this came out. I was so stoked for it. Tom Holland, I heart you. You're awesome. So amazing. Definitely spectacular. Definitely superior. He knows what I mean by all those names.
Different type of Spider-Man.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually enjoyed the movie so much. I don't think anything was really bad about it that I think I could really think of.
People need to see movies with AJ just in the theater because you know he's there because something will happen. Like, he goes,
You know what's so awesome too? So the girl I've been seeing, she sits there, and as I'm watching the movie, she's caressing my arm, going, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay." Meanwhile, I'm like, "Oh, did you see it?" She's like, "It's okay, calm down,
Just a movie.
calm your nerd, calm your nerd, calm your nerd, calm your nerd." I'm like, "Don't fucking kill me right now."
See,
Awesome.
Megan did that at first too.
Yeah.
And she gave up. And she's just like, okay, cuddle me when you're done.
Awesome, man. It was a great movie, man. Start to finish. I love how Tom Holland really encaptured Peter Parker. Like, and the Peter Parker from the cartoons that have been out for the last few years, the comic book character from the last few years. Like, you can tell, like, he was really trying to own up to something. Like, he was really trying to be somebody, right? And one thing I loved about Peter Parker growing up and watching him as Spider-Man is that was always his character. He's always the character that was always trying to prove himself. He always had something to prove. J. Jonah Jameson breathing down his neck, always trying to join the Avengers, and the Avengers not quite really accepting him and stuff like that. He was that sarcastic guy that was like, we need him, but we kind of don't really want him here. But we need him. So we're going to accept him.
I like how he turned down Tony Stark. Like the whole movie, he's like, I want to be an Avenger. I want to be an Avenger.
Yeah.
And Tony Stark's like, you can be an Avenger. And he's like, nah.
That's that Iron Spider suit, though.
It's like,
Oh, man.
He didn't wear it.
it was like a waste of CGI money.
Yeah,
Like they
like,
could
he
have put
didn't
that
wear it.
towards the Vulture suit and made it a little bit better.
I actually really like the Vulture suit, though.
It was functional. It made sense.
Exactly.
It made sense
I could
to
see somebody making that practical.
a technological, like modernized version of the Vulture suit. Like it made sense in that sense.
James brought this up because when I was watching with James, he made a point of they're collecting this alien crap. Alien mechanical stuff. Sorry, my knee was like against some wooden.
Well, I think both of you guys are getting closer.
We're gonna make a sandwich.
Closer I get to you.
Okay, shut up, man. Let's talk about Spider-Man.
But how did they go from like discovering the alien tech to know how to manipulate it and actually
Tinkerer.
use it? Yeah, I know the Tinkerer, but like, how is he instantly that smart?
Because he studied it. I'm still doing it.
Well, remember first off, I just want to point that point out. I actually really enjoyed that they were right in the aftermath of Avengers 1. That was so cool. Right in the train station and everything like that. That was pretty awesome.
I pictured Hulk punching Thor again.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Literally, that scene with the freaking Chitauri giant snake thing, that whole scene came in my head as you see Michael Keaton just hacking away with all the other things and all the rest of his group putting together and stuff like that. I was like, me likey this scene. This is very nice. Yay. My nerd is happy. My nerd is happy. But again, Tinkerer, he sat there at that scene. Was it at that scene or no?
Later
Michael
on.
Keaton sat there and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna take it apart. You can't just use normal
You
stuff.
gotta
You
use
gotta
their own
use their
stuff."
own stuff." That's just trial and error. Right? If you're fooling around with stuff like that, you're like, "Okay, this doesn't work. Okay, let me grab one other thing." Click. Oh, what do you know, right?
I think it was just more like, I think what you're saying is like, how was he able to manipulate it to make that suit or to make these types of weapons? Like
I think it was just a lot of trial and error because that was 8 years
it's an 8-year
building,
difference.
right? So
It's
if
true.
he could easily have been playing around with the tech for like a year or two, start slowly adding more and more and more to it until eventually he gets to where he is now, right? 8 years of worth of stuff.
Yes.
And my question is for you guys, what year did the Avengers happen in? Was it 2012 in the movie? Because they said 8 years happened, right? That put the movie.
2009.
Oh, 2009. Okay. Because I was gonna say that put it at I was under the impression it was 2012, and because that's when the movie came out, and it was 8 years later, and it was 2020, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, it was
I get confused.
2009.
Pretty sure it's 2009.
I think it was 2000. No, I think it was 2008.
No, 2009. Because the first Iron Man came out in 2007. Then what was after that? I can't remember what was after that. I think maybe Captain America was 2008, and then Avengers 2009. I think. I remember.
Sorry,
What?
Kelly, did you see that?
What?
Are you on the Twitch feed?
Yep. We'll see.
Okay, cool.
We'll see. Cool.
We'll see.
Don't worry.
Spider-Man.
Yes, Spider-Man. Back to Spider-Man.
I'm gonna find out exactly when Avengers came.
Avengers came out, please.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. At the end, in the post-credit scene.
Trevor questions.
Ooh.
Got a little.
No, you're right.
2012, right?
2012. Which no, you know what? Then hold a minute. Then it probably because when it's even though the movie came out in 2012, the set of the movie probably was a year before, right? So if anything, that would be 2011,
But that would be
2010,
2018.
2011. So I bring it to 2019,
18. Yeah.
right? So technically, we're a year ahead
I don't
now.
know. They fucked up their years. That's what they did.
All I know is Capsicle was a thing, so. I like how they referenced.
Schools thing.
They referenced a lot of other Marvel movies in this. Did you notice that the principal was actually one of the Howling Commandos? And then in the principal's office is actually a picture of the Howling Commando he played.
Yep.
So he's his grandson.
Yeah.
What's a Howling Commando?
That's one of the Captain America's like group
Dum
of
Dum
guys.
Dugan. and all
Oh, the
those
buddy,
guys.
yeah,
the
Dum
buddies,
Dum Dugan.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But back to my question. Sorry, they alluded to the Sinister Six in this movie. I don't know if you guys caught on to
I
that.
caught some of that. Okay, you mentioned this earlier this week, and I wanted to know what was the difference between all that stuff, right? So, if I'm not correct, sorry, if I'm not mistaken, in that the trailer that Parker or Spider-Man ends up coming with catching up to Vulture in, right? I swore I saw. I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't in the. No, maybe it was in the airplane. I think it was in the airplane. Maybe it was in the airplane. Anyways, one of the incidents where they're trying to take something over, whatever. At one point, I swore I saw Doc Ock's arm.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It looked like it to me because I saw like it looked like a snake-like thing for like a glimpse of a second, and I was like, "Damn! I wish I could pause this to rewind it right now." Like, damn it, just so I can see if that was it, right? Where he was just, I think it's actually no, it's in the Tony Stark airplane. When he sits there and he's looking around, you see some stuff in there and all that kind of stuff. For a split second, when he looks at the first crate, he opens it up and it's like a quick glimpse because he looks away, and it's when he looks away you could see it in that angle that it looked like a snake-like type of thing that could have been Doc Ock's arm. Again, I could be wrong, but that would be another add to the Sinister Six, aside from Matt Gargan, which
Who's that?
Scorpion tattoo.
Oh, at the in the end, yeah.
I was like, what?
Because he was like, he alluded, he's like, I think I have some friends on the outside. So to me, that was like, oh my god, they're setting up a Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So if they were to do a Sinister Six, who do you guys want to be in that movie? Like, not actor-wise, just character-wise.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea who the Sinister Six are supposed to be. I know Doc Ock's one.
Doc Ock's on. You know who I forgot also is one too, and forgot to mention this? The Lizard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you wanted to pick out characters that haven't been seen in the Marvel Universe, but the Lizard would still be a pinnacle person of the Sinister Six if they did it that way.
We've seen Doc Ock anyway, so Doc Ock would be one.
So
that's one of the most like
Prominent ones. Yeah.
prominent
Yeah.
villains in Spider-Man. I think.
Yeah. You got Doc Ock, you got Vulture, you got
I want to
Lizard,
see Mysterio. That's who I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Mysterio. I'm trying to think of who else.
Craven.
Craven would be
Raven.
good. Yeah,
Awesome, yeah.
he'd sniff him out.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, Chameleon or... You
I
guys-
forgot who Chameleon was until I had to look up a picture of him and everything like that. I forgot who
I'd
he
have
was.
to look at him.
Yeah, he from the animated series, he was the one that was able to change into any character with a mask. He always had a mask for
Oh,
every
yeah,
single
yeah,
person he
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
change
yeah,
into.
yeah.
But he had like a glass, like a flat face.
Yeah,
Right. That was it underneath the mask.
They alluded to the technology he would be using.
Yeah.
Technically, in the Winter Soldier, when Black Widow has that face mask thing,
Yeah.
she wipes it off, and she's actually which everyone thinks she's the senator.
Yeah.
They're saying that he can already have that technology, and that's what they stole it from. He's just like, phew,
Exactly. That would be it
whoever he
there.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Which could also lead into maybe having Madame Mask at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't really had much of a reveal for that character, if I'm not mistaken.
Nothing.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. She's supposed to be one of the leaders of Hydra at some point, right? Which would be awesome if we get that as like the next thing that's been working in the
You know
background.
who
and
the
stuff like
fucking lead of Hydra is? It's Captain America.
Well, we're not talking about Secret Empire here, sir.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
If we were talking about Secret
they're
Empire, that's a
nerd
whole
known. I
new
have
show.
no fucking idea what they're talking about. I
The
just
other-
looked and I'm like, Captain America's a good guy. Hydra's a bad place.
There's a storyline right now that the Red Skull made the Tesseract, the Cosmic Cube thing, into like a little girl and raised it, and he told her to go back in time and to screw with Cap's like life, and they had it set that his parents were actually Russian spies for the.
It's too much info.
And then, so he was actually raised a Hydra agent, and he's been a sleeper agent the whole time. And then he like
What?
yeah, and then like retconned and was like, now he's leading Hydra and everyone's after him. He's locked like, I think it's like 60 or 70% of all the heroes in outer space. So it's just like Tony Stark's AI, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, like all the B-list superheroes have to take him down. Like there's no Hulk, there's no Thing. Actually, the Hulk's in the last issue, and Cap's converting him to his side. Thor's already on his side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like it's intense.
Speaking of Miles Morales, perfect segue as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
Did you
seeing
notice?
Donald Glover Jr.
Yes.
in those like in the movie was just
Awesome.
funny.
Right?
Like it was just awesome to see it because he lobbied so hard. Like, well, people were lobbying for him to be Spider-Man like so hard in
Yeah.
this movie originally, and it's kind of like I feel like they were just kind of like, hey, yo,
No, he was
like,
lobbied to be
Amazing
Miles.
Spider-Man.
Miles
Sorry?
Morales.
He was
He's
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man, right?
Spider-Man, yeah.
Okay.
But
But not even
it
that,
was
they were
just
also
like a nod to him. Like I feel like it was just like, hey, like all these people wanted to see you. Let's give them like let's give them you as whatever, right? Now I wish that his character's name was Miles Morales when they were doing it, but not Like I can't remember what they named him. What his character's name was.
He's the uncle of Miles Morales in this movie.
Is he?
Yeah, so he mentions it where he's like, when Spider-Man has him for that interrogation, he's like, I have a nephew in this neighborhood. I don't want it to, be to go
Yeah.
down, go to hell, because I still got to raise a nephew, that kind of thing, right? That's supposed to be Miles Morales, the nephew, right? He is the Prowler. So eventually, if they decide to go that route, which I hope they do,
He's an awesome actor.
yeah, Donald Glover,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. I love him. Community, great. Martian, awesome, right? Like he's had a lot of good side roles that you see him in, and you're just like, you need to be bigger.
But that's the thing. He's not a main guy. He's he's that. In my opinion, he's the A side, side support actor.
Yeah, I feel okay.
Like
I see
he's
that.
he's
But
like one
a
of the
main-
top guys that
but
you
he's
can get for the
is it
side.
Atlanta or ATL that he's in?
Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah, he's a lead character in that show.
Yeah,
and
and
he's
he
And he
kills
kills
it.
it.
He's awesome in that show.
He won an Emmy for it.
Yeah, and also in regards to Spider-Man, he's voiced Miles Morales already.
Yes.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, the new movie that's coming out, he's voicing for it. Is he not? Who's doing the voiceover for Miles Morales in the new Ultimate Spider-Man?
It is him.
I think it is. Yeah.
He's actually put his music career on hold.
Yeah,
to
he's
pursue
done.
acting.
Yeah.
He's done. Like,
He's done. He's
I
done
love
music.
Gambino.
Yeah.
I love Gambino. It's awesome. Bonfire.
He's good.
Best track ever. Oh,
on Fire, man.
yeah, man. But yeah, no, I was so happy to see him in that
I like
movie.
Heartbeat.
Like, what?
Heartbeat.
Heartbeat was good. Yeah.
Good tune.
Then-
Good tune.
Then Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and
That
Geeks
was
is
what
good.
started it, right? Like
Sweatpants was
Sweatpants
good.
is good. 3005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Side till 2005. All right. Sorry.
So Trevor and I are going to discuss what we need to talk about.
AJ's
So-
having a moment.
It is having a moment.
What do you guys think of the movie? Come on. Let's see what you guys got to say about this.
Go ahead.
You go
Yeah,
first.
you know what? You go
You go
first
first.
because it's
Okay. Yeah.
King.
So it's
the
like
king
the
is
same.
gonna
He's
speak,
going to
and when
go.
he
He's going to
speaks,
ask
it's
his
over,
questions.
right? Like,
Okay. So did I like the movie? Yes. Did I overly love it? No. The one thing that I felt was too much. I felt there was way too much Happy and Tony Stark in the movie.
sorry.
I know. I agree with you.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna hold on. Listen, just listen.
Bitched about this for weeks up to the movie.
I feel like if you're gonna bring them in, have them in for a little bit, but don't make the movie fully about him and Tony Stark. That was 70% of the movie. I want to be there. Oh look, at the end of the movie, Tony Stark again. Hey, you can join. Oh no. Happy. Got a call. I'm calling him every time, going, "Hey, I'm doing this." I felt like his role in the movie was overshadowed by Tony Stark being there, and I feel like if you're gonna do a movie about a hero, just have it solely about them. With oh hey, this was here, right? Just a quick little I'm in and I'm out, right? Hey, here's the suit, right? Drop it off. Happy drops him off at the beginning of the movie. That's fine.
Yep.
Then at the end, maybe quickly in the middle, he takes the suit back and that's it, or because he says, "Yeah, I'm done with." No, you're done. And then at the end of the movie, he's just "Here's an option." I personally don't feel like they needed to do that at the end of the movie. Oh, you can be an Avenger now. Here's another suit. Here's this. We got a caller on the line. Here's this. I feel like it was too much. I enjoyed it, but I feel like you could have done way more with Spider-Man than Tony Stark, Happy, Spider-Man. I felt like it was literally I felt like the movie was Happy, Spider-Man, Tony Stark.
Okay.
Okay, I can see what you see on that one.
But it was a good movie.
Yeah.
The other confusing thing is the girl that Zendaya plays, whatever her name is.
I didn't really like
This
that.
is the thing that pissed me off. Don't fucking create a character, okay? And then be like, "Oh yeah, my friends call me MJ." Shut the fuck up. You're not Mary Jane. Mary Jane is MJ. Your name is something completely different. No, don't do that. That pissed me off.
Yeah, because that's
Done with
exactly
that.
what Christopher Nolan did in the Batman movies, and that got me so boiled.
With who?
With freaking Gordon Joseph Levitt, whatever.
Oh yeah, with the Robin thing. Yeah.
well, just go probably under my own name.
Yeah,
Robin.
people
I
call
was
me
like,
Robin. Yeah.
What?
No, shut up.
No.
You're a kid. Your character was a kid that was an adopted kid. Your parents were not circus actors. No.
No.
Stop it.
None of that.
You fucking ride a motorcycle. You're a cop. You're Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You're not Robin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So before I say my piece, I have James's piece.
Yes.
James.
Mr. Complicated.
Mr. Complicated has sent us a complicated text message.
So he has inconsistencies he wants to point out
Okay.
because he always does for Marvel movies.
Yep.
He told me though when he was watching the movie, I'm going to rat you out, James, that he said that it was his favorite Marvel movie to date.
Ooh,
He actually liked it.
Look
But-
at that.
His first one is how can Spider-Man fight up against the Winter Soldier, but in the Homecoming basic street thugs give him a hard time? Like, how could he catch Winter Soldier's fist and then struggle against like basic thugs? See, I have a reason for this. I think he was just so pumped.
I was
to
going to say
be
the
there
exact same thing
that
because
he
he's
just
all the
did
adrenaline,
everything.
right? You
Yeah.
have all of these superheroes around. He has to step up even more now, and now he's like, oh my god. Whereas, you know, again, he's fighting these normal thugs. He's trying to fight them and everything like that. But he's like, oh, they're normal thugs. I don't need to go and exert myself that much anymore, and gets his ass wiped.
Before you continue with what James wrote, sorry, James. Where the fuck was Spidey sense in this entire
Yes!
movie?
Actually, that was
that
you know
is
what's
that
so
is one
funny?
of the main superpowers of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I have to
Where
agree
the
with that.
fuck is it? It doesn't. It's non-existent in this movie.
It wasn't
at
actually.
all.
The
wasn't
other
at all,
one it
no.
was. At least in Civil War, you
They
noticed.
brought it up. He's like, it turns down my,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
But, like,
the one
it's
scene
just-
where, like the Falcon thing, whatever, comes flying at him, he dodges it, or the like as he's on the wall, the freaking door that comes at him, he's like, "You drop this, right?"
and
Like,
throws it back at him.
you know what I mean? So there's a lot of instances in Civil
Also,
War that
his
had it with this one.
backpack got stolen out of the alley. Okay, it's got a spider web on it. Hold on. So it's like he put it there. I'm sorry, he's in elementary school or high school. Chances are, he's got an agenda that his Aunt May's supposed to sign. It's got his name in it. Expose his identity.
Not necessarily.
Aunt Bay.
What high school did you go to?
What are you talking about, man?
I've never had to do that.
I went
Yeah.
to Catholic school.
That was elementary school.
Whatever. Like
Okay, but
he's
but-
probably got something on. Like his backpack says, "If lost, return to this address."
okay, but this spider stuff, the webbing, dissolves in 2 hours.
Yeah.
He was gone for a while, so the shit dropped. There's no webbing in there anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's dissolved. So
Okay, yeah,
easily a New Yorker walking around.
Ooh, a bag.
Ooh, a bag.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got shoes in here. Ooh, yeah, there's go. You know, bum. Just,
Okay, fine.
He's got a new home or new set of clothes or something.
And James's second inconsistency was his web slinging abilities. He says in Civil War he's a pro, he's just flying around having the time of his life, but he was struggling to use the web slingers in the movie.
Now, which web slingers though? He has to kind of because the new ones he knew how to use. Oh, he was fine with using.
Has
the
a
new
hard time
ones?
slinging around the city, falling and crashing into things.
Yeah, man. Like when he's going. So when he goes from the party
Yep.
to the
Of course, he's
yeah. No, well, like not even just that, but like
I didn't
when he
know,
goes
sorry.
from the party and he sees the explosion near the bridge, he's like swinging through houses and like falling, crashing through sheds, crashing into pools. Like dogs are barking. He lands in front of a tent and two girls scream. Like no, yeah, 100%. I didn't even catch that. So good shit. You
Okay,
caught
but
that.
I'm gonna rebuttal that.
Okay, go. I want to know.
Low swinging houses. Right?
Then fucking stay on the street and swing on the
But
street
he
lights.
can't. Look how
it's
low
New
everything
York.
was in that area he was in. Like he was in the outskirts of New York, in the city streets of New York with the suburban concrete suburbia. He's perfectly fine because he's able to have momentum to swing. He's able to go all over the darn place. Have you ever tried swinging off a tree and not have the right amount of length and you're like hit the ground before you even do
once
that?
again, I'm just gonna rebuttal this. Sorry, if you had Spidey sense, you would know there's a fucking shed right there, and you're about to hit it.
No, because spider sense activates when danger's coming to
Yeah,
him, not when
I
he's
think
going
it's dangerous
full
to
place into
fucking
it.
smash
But
into
But
a
it's his
shed.
own momentum, his own body. Like if I'm going like this into you, right? That's him going into you. Like
If I'm going like this into you,
right? But that's different because you're coming into me.
Yeah.
So like if I had the spider sense, you're coming into me, and I see that there's a possible injury coming in my way.
Yeah.
That's being not self infliction. It's outside infliction. That's when that spider sense is supposed to activate. So when Vulture comes out of nowhere and just jumps on his freaking back and pulls him out from that fucking car,
He should know that's
He should
coming.
have known. We're like, what is this? Huh, dodge. Right? That's what should have happened. But no, the man just jumps to the freaking thing and then gets pulled up.
Yeah. Also, out of curiosity, how did the boat stick together? If that shit dissolved in 2 hours, that shit sink.
because Iron Man when he flew through it, he
Put a whole bunch of these
Oh,
weird
you put
propellers
the-
on.
yeah,
there.
yeah,
he
that's
like
right, yeah, okay.
not sodomized, but
You put like little like rockets on each
yeah,
on the sides,
and he
closed
sealed it all too, right?
Yeah.
on the
Oh
inside.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And the webbing was more so just to hold it. Like he was just
Trying to keep it.
just to sustain it. a temporary sustain, to sustain it temporarily. Sorry.
Going back to that scene though, with you guys talking about him running and everything, I love that scene because the director's come out and said he took a lot of his inspiration from Ferris Bueller.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I
that
heard about that, yeah.
scene itself was like so Ferris
ending
Bueller.
of Ferris
You know, when
Bueller.
he's running back
Yeah.
to the house. I was wishing they put the music in the dun 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 dun. Like, I thought that was awesome. And then James wants to point out that they paid homage to Spider-Man 1. He said on the rooftop fight with Green Goblin, bring the brick wall down, Peter on the mask, being half destroyed. That's also a reference to the comics. Happens a lot where you see the half mask, half him. It's a symbol
Huge.
of his
I got.
personas.
You probably heard me in the theater on that. I got giddy on that one when he's sitting
I thought that was your girlfriend screaming.
No, that was me.
Oh,
That was
okay.
totally me.
high-pitched noises and...
That was totally me. I was like,
Switch
"Yee!"
it.
I literally, because that was exactly that. Like whenever they've joked around with the spider sense in the original cartoon, it was always a half spider face, half Peter Parker face, and he'd be like,
That's another thing too. Yeah, Spidey sense that usually does that.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing he said in reference to when the glider was flying around, knocking all the pillars out.
Yeah.
He's comparing that to when the Green Goblin did that when his glider came through the wall, but he killed himself.
Yeah.
Vulture did not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
comparison, actually.
also, there's the part where Spider-Man's hanging upside down, and they're like, oh, and they're talking about like him and Liz after he saves them. At
Oh,
in
about the
Washington.
kiss and then he
About
drops.
the kiss,
Yeah,
and
that
then he
was
falls,
funny, yeah.
but he's hanging there. He's like, and they're making fun of like the upside down kiss.
Yeah, that was.
that
I
was
thought
good.
that too. That was
fun.
good.
My thing that I pointed out that I thought was cool. I've noticed if you notice that in every single Spider-Man movie, he's always in front of a flag at one point. He's always standing in front of the American flag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like standing there, and when James was like, "Yeah, they compared it to like that Spider-Man movie," all I thought was, I can compare it to every Spider-Man movie because every fucking movie has that.
Yeah.
Okay, what I thought of the movie, I loved it. Like, there's nothing like bad to say about it. My girlfriend fell asleep at points, but she went into that
I
movie
almost fell asleep.
hating Tom Holland because she loves Andrew Garfield.
Pause.
I almost fell asleep.
You didn't fall asleep in this movie.
No, I almost did.
I woke him up twice.
What do you mean you stopped me from falling asleep?
Sorry, what was that, Caitlin?
I woke him up. I had to slap him.
James, that's a point. That's a point. That's a
not a
point.
point. Rick's
Yes, it
not
is.
here anymore.
Doesn't matter. It's still a thing.
Well, we
No.
didn't go to the movie together.
Who can't? No, she still slapped you though.
Man, I was not like I was sitting there like this, like oh my god.
That's a
and
point.
then she hit me.
James, if you're listening,
You didn't hear shit.
Why else would I look over?
Josh is being
Because
exposed.
you're bored.
Josh is being exposed.
And I was in
Explodes.
it. I was interested.
Yeah,
ooh, you in trouble.
doesn't count.
But going back to the movie, I
Does not
liked
count.
how I thought I wanted less Tony Stark, but I liked how they used him. I
Yes.
liked when when Spider-Man was fucked up or he was in trouble.
Yeah,
They
that they brought him in. Sorry. To add on to like the whole like issue that I had with it, when I said it's more like I felt like it was like not really about him as much. Again, like the whole fucking like, oh Tony's your aunt's gorgeous, blah blah blah. What's her number like? And then it's all like all these scenes with like Aunt May, oh she's gorgeous, Aunt Bay, like whatever. Like there was so much about her being like this is a hot version of Aunt May, Iron Man, happy, and then there was like a little bit of Peter Parker. Like I would have liked to see more Peter Parker like troubles in school. Like what's it called? Flash? Is it Flash Gordon?
Yeah, Flash Gordon. No, Flash Thompson.
Flash Thompson. Sorry,
I
Flash.
always get the- I always
Flash
get-
Gordon is like
the other space
the
hero or
coked
whatever.
out fucking old guy. But like again, him being a brown guy, like he was just a douchebag. Like I don't know, like
Flash
he wasn't
Thompson's
really.
always a douchebag.
I know,
He's
but he
like a
wasn't really like a
modern-day bully.
jock.
Yeah.
Like it's a modern day bully because he doesn't play sports and he's probably a friggin' nerd
Well, we
himself.
don't know he doesn't play sports. First off, if
he
he's
just
pretty
looks like he
athletic, he was
doesn't.
climbing up the rope and comes flying down the minute the guy said something about Spider-Man. He's like, you know Spider-Man? Really? Yeah? Huh? You go.
I don't know. I didn't like that actor.
I can
Anyway,
see that.
sorry. Continue. I just wanted to point out Aunt May way too much.
Going back actually to Aunt May, it didn't feel like Aunt May. I don't know, like I didn't
I
like.
feel like she was only like 3 or 4 scenes, wasn't it?
Yeah, like she didn't like they didn't use her properly. Like the
Yeah.
most Aunt May thing she did was when he was getting ready for prom.
That and
And when
the,
she sees
after
the
the
suit
t-shirt.
and she's like, "What the fuck?"
no,
At the end of the movie,
That was awesome.
Yeah.
that was hilarious. And the one scene where he cries when he's like, I lost the Stark internship after she was,
Yeah.
upset that he was gone for so long.
Yeah.
Right? That's like typically what Aunt May does. She calms down Peter Parker. In this scenario here, Aunt May is his rock. right? Which generally is usually the case. It usually has two rocks, which is Mary J and Aunt May, right? Which is they did kind of talk about that a little bit, like they kind of peppered that in, not a lot, which they could have used her a bit more for sure. Like I think the best Aunt May for me would have been the original 3.
Yeah.
Because she had that old
lady,
10-year
like-
wise wisdom
Yeah.
look to her, and anything she said, she could have been like, "There's shit on the floor," and you'd been like, "Yes, there's
All
shit
of
on the
this shit.
floor. All of this shit is on the floor."
Like I feel like they focused on how good looking she was. Like
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah,
And it
I
was
can
just
agree
like,
with that.
It wasn't, and it's funny going.
It's
back,
irrelevant to the movie.
when she says that she doesn't like that Tony Stark guy.
Yeah.
In real life, our RDJ and Marissa Tomei dated for like 3 years.
Yeah, I remember that.
In real
Yeah.
life, so that's like it was like a nod to them.
Before he
like,
went to jail. Or whatever.
yeah, before he was all coked out, he's probably doing lines on her back or something. But
Off that bat.
Well,
Off that ass.
it's Marissa Tomei though.
Yeah. Marissa Tomei.
Hi.
I think Michael Keaton was the best villain we've seen since Loki. I think all the other villains were significantly underwhelming, especially Ultron
Did you know Loki's gay?
in the comics or
Yeah.
real life.
No, in the comics. They made him gay. I know. I did a
I know
quiz
they
on
made him a chick.
Facebook.
And
I
the
did a
other
quiz
one
on
he was a
terrible
chick at
tone?
one point.
No, I
but
did.
I don't-
I did a quiz on Facebook.
Was
It
that
was
like,
like
one of the characters you can like,
Our
relate
characters.
most to?
No. Fuck you. I no, I don't know. Something about like I don't know. I keep getting all these freaking superhero like you ever see those like? Can you guess? Like, do you know?
Not
like,
the gay ones.
no, never mind. Forget it. Whatever. I put
Kelly.
straight because I was
Hey,
confused.
Kelly, you catching that though, eh? Yep.
Fuck you, man.
They're putting some weird shit on Grinder now, eh?
Yeah, they have, eh? Is that what you were on?
Yeah.
It was Grinder? Yeah. Okay, well that
Anyway.
explains where that app came from then, or that quiz.
That quiz, yeah.
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 It's just interesting because like
Which supervillain will most likely fit your balls in his mouth?
Wow.
I got Loki.
wow.
Wow. There was a line, and then Josh just went
across the-
right over there. Like he just
Barreled
boom.
through it. Another cool
That's the
fact.
only reason why I'm on this show is to go over lines and not care.
Another cool fact about
Just fisted through it.
like the movies itself. Paul Bettany's wife. Oh my god. Actually did the voice of Karen, the
Yeah,
AI,
I remember that.
which is pretty
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I have like nothing negative to really say about this movie.
Yeah.
I have a theory that I would like to see in a sequel. I don't think we're going to see the Sinister Six, just because I want to see this. I want to see Kraven's Last Hunt done. And I've gone on here and I've said that at the end of Infinity War, I think Spider-Man's going to get the black suit, which ties in to Kraven's The Last Hunt, because in that story, he has the black suit.
Cool.
Then again, Kraven wouldn't be able to make it to the Sinister Six if they did this story, because Kraven kills himself.
Yeah.
At the end of it. But that would also give us a chance to see Morbius. And that would be amazing if they did Morbius.
But we need more Doc Connor. That's the problem. We don't have no Doc Connor right now.
Yet.
Well,
He's still in high school, isn't
This is
he?
true.
Isn't he his prof in
from,
college?
he could have easily been at
The science teacher?
the science teacher there. So we don't know, right?
We need to go back and look at the desk.
This is true.
Things we miss.
Things we missed, yeah.
I'm going to wait for that to go on the Android box, though. I'm not going to see it
No,
in
I'm
theaters.
not spending money again.
I might. Deserves it.
I didn't even spend money the first time Caitlin paid.
Nice.
Huh?
What I paid for.
Movie tickets.
Nothing. He loves
Movie
you.
tickets.
Bought dinner is more expensive.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did Korean barbecue.
You know what? There was a lot of good stuff about this movie. Prowler, Matt Gargan. Little cool tidbit about Matt Gargan, if you don't know, which you probably don't. He also becomes a Venom at one point.
Oh.
Yeah. So not only, and which I love how they talked about his past history of killing people already, right? Like he's already killed people and stuff like that. He's already a bit of a serial killer kind of thing, right? Because when he's Venom, he eats people. The Venom symbiote, he allows him to just yeah,
Just
like there's one
absorb
segment
somebody.
in Civil War where I actually really love this scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes in the original Civil War comic books, right? So there's a scene. He's having a conversation with his mom on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, so mom, I went to go to the grocery store. I bought da 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 da." As he's having a conversation, half his house gets blown off,
Yeah.
right? And he's just still standing there having a conversation. You see like 8 SWAT guys from Shield show up, and they're just like, "Matt Gargan, you're under arrest for the death of," and they start naming off the names, and you can just count, and he's just sitting there. He's like, "Oh, okay, mom. Well, let me call you back. Some people came to visit me. Hangs up, and he's like, it took you a while. They're like, what do you mean? And he's just like, how many people do I have to eat for you guys to actually show your face here and come see me, right? And they're just naming off the names, and then they're naming off his abilities, right? And then what happens is he's just like, well, you're not going to shoot me or take me down or take me in or anything like that, right? And they're just like, what do you mean? They're like, actually, as a matter of fact, you're going to shoot him, he's going to shoot you, you're going to do this. And they're like, telepathy isn't part of your powers. You don't have that power. Oh, it's not me. It's him. And he points to the ground. You see the symbiote take one of the guys, shoot the next dude, pull another vein, shoot the next dude, shoot. And he's just standing there just watching it all happen. Right? He's like, la 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 la. And there's two guys from the Thunderbolts, which is the Thunderbolts is a reformed criminal kind of thing where they're basically getting a lot of the criminals to kind of reform and hunt down superheroes during this time, which kind of makes them kind of good, but they're run by Norman Osborn. Right, so two villains that are reformed criminals are working with them, and they show up, and he's just sitting outside after he's just dummied the floor with 8 of these dudes with his Venom symbiote. Venom symbiote comes back on, and he looks up, and he's just like, it's about time you guys came. So is this my invitation to join the Thunderbolts or what? Right, so it's kind of cool. But he later becomes Black Spider-Man for the Dark Avengers, which is pretty awesome.
Who do you think bought I gave away my answer. Who do you think bought Tony Stark's tower?
Does it say?
Yeah.
Did it say?
No, but I think it's gonna be Oscorp.
Oscorp?
Because they've showed like people, the internet has been kind enough to go and like redesign it as Oscorp for us, and it looks awesome.
But Oscorp's supposed to be set in the same time as the Stark Tower. Like they're supposed to both have their own companies set aside because they're both international.
Don't forget, Stark moves the tower.
He moves the
up north.
but he moves it because of the Avengers facility.
Yeah.
That's basically all he wants it for. So you can just chill right there, which is kind of cool because isn't that the West Coast that they do it in?
Yeah.
Which another homage. If you know,
No, it's up. They do it in Jersey.
Is it Jersey?
Yeah, it's Jersey. It's on the Captain America when we got trained.
Okay, so, but isn't that still more? Wait,
That's East Coast.
East Coast. So East Coast Avengers then, or ForceWorks, which could be what ForceWorks is actually in LA, I think it is, and like the other side, western side, California. Yeah. So no, I take that back. Sorry, but either way, it's kind of cool because like you had the original Avengers set up in New York, which is generally what they had, and back in the day they had like several different factions of Avengers. You had West Coast Avengers, East Coast Avengers. You had Salt Lake City Avengers at some point. Right, so it's kind of cool. Which that could be something there, but the new Avengers facility though. Oh. If you didn't hear me, you heard me. I'm sure you heard me in the theater for that one too.
I didn't know like what was going on. I thought you were under attack.
No.
I think I'm mauled by a bear.
Oh man.
Because there's some weird screams going. I was like,
yeah, that was probably all me. Like I couldn't help it. I was Thank goodness for Alicia to sit there and just calm me down, or else I would have gotten a little bit nerdier.
how nerdy can you go?
Oh man, trust me, I was pretty nerdy out. Nerding out. Like the new facility looks amazing.
Yeah,
like
I'm
holy
pumped.
crap, right?
I'm
like
pumped.
she sat there and she's like, "Isn't that part of the facility that was like? Isn't that the same facility that they had in Civil War?" I'm like, "No, it's bigger. They only had a small structure. Now they have like 3 other structures, and it's like, woo."
Is that building part of the one that Ant-Man breaks into that Falcon is?
Yeah, but
guarding?
that's the one building that they had originally, right?
Yeah.
In Ant-Man, but now they've added 3, or
separate
2 more
ones? 2 more?
structures essentially, right? That are bigger. So
Because it looked like I saw like the green, like grassy. Like,
yeah, it is the same area.
Area?
though. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same area for sure.
Cool.
There was
So-
a set photo leak, from Infinity War, and I just want you guys' opinion on this. It's this guy in a CGI suit, and he's got Doctor Strange, and he looks like he's like got him like this, and his arm looks like it's through him. What do you guys think of that?
That's
Thanos.
Vision.
Oh, it's Vision? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's got to be
yeah.
Vision. Phasing through.
No, like it wasn't Paul Bettany or anything. It was just like some no-name actors, and he looks
Yeah,
like
but it's probably a stunt double for Paul Bettany's Vision.
So you think Vision's gonna fight Doctor Strange?
Why not?
That'd be a cool fight.
That would be a pretty cool fight, especially since he has the Infinity Stone. So it'd be hard for Doctor Strange to probably combat the Infinity Stone. Which one does he have again? Is it okay?
Mine's
Mine. Yeah, so
Vision
that would
has
make perfect
mine,
sense. Yeah,
yeah.
so that would make perfect sense why Doctor Strange would have a problem with that at some point.
I heard a rumor of people think that the Soul Stone's in Black Panther.
That's what I've been hearing. This is supposed to be the last one we're gonna have it in because everything else is just kind of like a tie-in to everything else, right? Like this is like the biggest major film that we're gonna have, so they're probably gonna put the Soul Stone in there.
In their set photos, it's the weirdest. It's like so they have Doctor Strange getting stabbed. They have Iron Man there. They don't have the Hulk. They have Bruce Banner standing there and Wong. And then you just in like one of the videos, you see Scott Lang sprint by them out of costume.
Yeah.
Scott Lang's who?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Paul
Oh,
Rudd
yeah,
just
yeah,
running
yeah,
by
yeah.
them. It's like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's gonna be a pretty insane.
I want to know what part they're at. Like, have they finished part 1 and now they're doing 2?
So much questions for this. This is
Right? Like, I'm just.
We got so much stuff to talk about.
I'm so confused and aroused at the same time with the thought of Infinity War. Justice League trailer drops next week.
Yeah, I'm
Another
excited
one,
for
the
that.
new
And
one, right?
Aquaman, we're supposed to be getting an Aquaman trailer soon,
Aquaman
right?
trailer. 90 minutes of Marvel at Comic-Con. Yep, 90 minutes
Of like new trailers.
of trailers, things happening.
Footage,
Apparently,
scenes,
the whole
pictures.
cast of Infinity War is going to be there.
What?
They're going to do one big ass panel.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like several rows,
Yeah. Oh, well,
or like a giant.
No, they
circle.
have a giant stage, and then they'll be all across the stage.
How do you fit that many people? There's like what 60 people that are gonna be in there.
Yeah. Apparently, I heard that the movie it's based around Thanos, and then, like, he's the main character, and it's everyone trying to stop him.
That could be. You know what? I could appreciate that because it would be easier to do it from one person's point of view than having several different factions' point of view, right? And he's the main, since he's the main villain, and it's all going to be from his eyes, kind of thing, and everyone's trying to take him down. That would work out better. I could appreciate that.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
There's other things that are happening too there. We're gonna see apparently Punisher trailer.
Finally.
Apparently Punisher has been confirmed for Defenders.
Yep, I heard about that too. There's some new pictures for Defenders that actually leaked as well, or dropped down not too long ago. So this is good. We're only 2 months away from that actually.
Yeah, August, beginning of August.
Oh no, you're right, a month. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was September for some reason. Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
We have D23 coming up this weekend, which is
Yeah.
gonna be awesome because Marvel's gonna have a big, because Marvel's owned by Disney, they're gonna be big there.
Yeah.
And then we got like game announcements and other stuff too.
Of course, yeah.
And then we got right after that we got Comic-Con, so it's gonna be a lot of good shit coming out.
Are you ready for that, Josh?
Yeah,
Is your body ready?
Yeah. Is your body ready?
I went to Burger King today. I'm always ready. Right?
All right. She's tuned out.
I ate Burger King today. I'm always ready. Know what?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we're ready to wrap up. All right. We've hit our mark here. You guys feel like you have anything
Yeah.
you want to add in at
No.
all?
Yeah, just my usual. If you're interested in what we're talking about and want to get your own opinion, check out Big B Comics and Conspiracy
there?
Comics. No, I don't. I just like giving them a shout out so they give me free books. Hopefully.
Also, another cool thing at Big B Comics, actually, I want to big out shout out to my son and any other kid who's out there right now. Any other kid right now who has A's, I believe for the month of July, you get free comic books for, actually not just A's, any improvements as well. So I thought that was cool. My son walked out with 7 free comics, which I was like, yep, proud dad, woohoo! You know what I mean? So any of
Because you
your...
read them all.
I know!
And there's 7 free. AJ got 7 free.
want go.
I thought...
dragging
No, we're going. You got your report
A's.
card. You got 7 A's.
It was funny because I'm looking at the comics and not all of them were the ones I'd read, but he picked out some ones for himself. I was pretty surprised. He picked out a James Bond one. He picked out some I think a Guardians of the Galaxy. He actually picked out 2 different Spider-Man ones, which I thought was cool. And there were some other ones he picked out too. I haven't really looked at them, like I said, because he picked them out himself and actually like looked at them. Thought, oh, maybe I like this, that kind of stuff. I just sat in the back and just let him do his thing. But for any other kid out there, a lot of these comic book stores in your area, find out if you have that thing going on. Because I was in
Incentive.
Guelph, they did the same thing,
That's pretty
right?
cool.
And they had several different levels of comics you can get, right? So,
So if like you got like a C, you were able to choose from this one.
well, no, it was.
If you
this
got a
was
B,
more,
you could choose from the better ones.
It would still
If you
be-
got an A, you could choose from the.
No.
No. That
it was
way better
uh,
system.
it was more so for 1 to 6 they had a set amount of comics or set type of comics they can get.
Okay.
And then anybody from 7-8 would get a different set of comics that were
Like
more
grades?
more mature readers and stuff like that kind of thing. So like
Ah,
Riverdale.
so easy to read in comparison.
Exactly, right? So
And then my last point again, sorry, going off comics, is I want to know what you guys are reading. Let me know. Comment in the section below.
definitely.
I want to know any suggestions. I love to read. So
Yeah, I just picked up a new Spider-Man comic I have to check out too. I can't remember the name right now, but it's actually just came out. So
okay.
I'm gonna get you the name later, and I'm very failing at that right now. But I'm reading it.
I own
and
0
I'm,
comics.
but he is killing the video game scene with NHL.
Yes, always.
And-
Right? Kaylin, you like my NHL games? Yeah.
What system?
Xbox. Why?
Encourage it.
Will you play Xbox?
No.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
Loser. All right. I don't mean I could just the issue is I probably would have stuck on PlayStation, but when online was free on PlayStation, there were so many fucking annoying kids that were like, "Oh my god, why are you gonna shoot me?"
Yep.
Like, right? Whereas when you had Xbox, it was like, "Well, I got $60, I can play online," and it was like more. It was just better gaming. And then PS servers used to go down all the time.
Yeah, they don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I
that-
just
that is-
I got used to playing Xbox, and
Yeah.
that was the thing for me.
During that time, Xbox 360 did dominate the market.
Yeah.
Right. And then eventually that switched. Since when PS4 came out and they launched their stuff, which is
Yes.
understandable, but
You want to know the sole reason I got my PS4?
why?
It's really sad. I was like, I played Kingdom Hearts on a Sony system. I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts 3 on a Sony system.
And you haven't
It
got it.
didn't fucking come out yet.
We need a PS4.
Yeah, I know.
I want to play Crash.
Oh yeah, and they're releasing a new
Unreal.
game too.
Crash Bandicoot, I have it. It's unreal.
No, they're releasing another one now.
They're putting out another one.
another one.
Yeah, there's another game that's coming out that's from that era, and
Ratchet
Spyro?
and Clank, I think.
yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah,
Another one?
They're remaking that.
Tro's
Yeah,
face.
dude, trust me. Yeah, they just announced it a few days ago.
I think it's Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. Yeah,
I want a Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro.
I
Yeah, that's what
wouldn't-
she plays. She
that's
likes
probably
Spyro.
gonna come out eventually too. Like if they had,
But like
Randy
not
do-
a stupid Skylanders one, like Spyro. You
Spyro.
play as Spyro.
yeah. They're probably gonna do that. So yeah.
The one thing I'd like to add, and if you guys can provide us any feedback, one of our good friends, actually AJ knows him. I don't know, you might, because I know you're new with Glentel, but talked about doing what are called breaks. So basically, we can find a company that has like autographed comic book memorabilia, movies, things like that, and then basically everybody, might pay. 15 or $20. You can send it in via PayPal, and then we have the boxes and we open them up live on air. And then, say for instance, if you paid $20 and you got Batman, if we pull out a Batman comic that's autographed by
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. What's the other one? The Dark Knight.
Oh, Chris Miller.
No, not Chris Miller.
Tim Miller, no?
Who is it?
It's a Miller, isn't it? Dark Knight
Dark Knight.
Returns? Who wrote that?
What Dark? Yeah, it's Frank Miller.
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller.
Right.
Sorry.
So like in
Every
these
other
boxes, there might be a Dark Knight Returns
Yeah.
autographed by Frank Miller.
Oh, sweet.
Right. So we might be able to do something like that. If you have any feedback or if you want to see us do something like that, let us know and we can try and do that. And then again, twitch.tv/North of Nerdy. Click on it, subscribe it. Subscribe to it. Share it. Let your friends, your family, your brothers, your sisters,
Even people you don't like.
even people you don't like,
Yeah,
because
just tag everybody. We don't care. Just tag
even though
everybody.
you don't like
Somebody's
them,
gonna like
they
it.
might like us.
Exactly.
If they like us, chances are they do because we're cute.
Exactly. So yeah, go to facebook.com/North of Nerdy, Twitter,
I just did that.
North of
What?
Nerdy.
I was like,
What?
I was like,
No, I was like, because we're cute, and he's like,
Twitch.com, North of Nerdy, and YouTube, North of Nerdy. Also, check out our other shows. We got Wednesdays, we got Third Realm. Obviously, we got our shows for Thursdays, which we are today. Road to Ranked on Fridays, and Quest Accepted on Saturdays. Actually, I watched some of the Quest Accepted. Was it? No, Road to
Road to
Ranked.
with Sandra? Was it Sandra that played?
Yo,
Yep.
she's hilarious. I actually really enjoyed her feed. She was all like chipper, like, oh my god, no, you're dead, no, Junkrat, you're okay. I'm like, oh, I like her. I want to watch more of her stuff. So yeah, anyways, yeah, check out our other shows, guys, during the week, and subscribe, share, like, comment. We love the feedback.
Ask us questions. Let us know what you want us to do.
tell me what you're reading.
And,
Please!
and give Trevor something to read because
Exactly.
I'm running out of stuff.
yeah, he's running out of stuff because he reads like I forget who the guy is that just reads with his hands. The speed readers when they go like this, they read the words. I don't know. Never mind. Fuck it. It was an old TV show. Anyways, have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
I won't see you.
You've been
but
nerdy,
we'll see you.
Hamilton.